Good afternoon. The eagle-eyed among you will realise I'm in a completely different spot to normal. I actually saw the film I want to talk about last night, but I was not able to review it there and then. I can honestly say I haven't stopped thinking about it since last night. The film is called Kneecap, and it is a true story of a rap trio from West Belfast. Now, I didn't know going in that it was a true story. And not only is it a true story, but the three main players, the actual three who form the rap trio, are playing themselves. So they are telling their own story. And when you realise that, it just adds another layer of awesome to the whole thing. So we are in West Belfast, and you have got friends. Two young lads. Don't think we know their specific age. I'm going to put them sort of late teens, early 20s. They are self-confessed low-life scum. They are low-level drug dealers. Not a lot of prospects. One of them is the son of a former Republican freedom fighter, played by Michael Fassbender, who has died. He hasn't died. They think he's dead, but he's still very much alive. And the backdrop to the whole thing is this bill which was proposed in 2022 in Ireland to recognise Irish, to give it like official status as a language, or to preserve its official status as a language. If I am getting stuff wrong here historically, I can only apologise. My ignorance is such that I didn't realise that the Irish language didn't have this official status, and also I didn't realise how much of Ireland actually speaks Irish. That's another thing I'm ashamed of, and here I am as a deeply English woman currently learning Welsh, and following the progress of the Welsh language as it has a sort of revival. And of course there's an Irish language, and of course it would be important to those people. So that's going on. And there's these two young lads, best mates since childhood, and fate brings one of them across the path of a music teacher and Irish speaker called JJ. And JJ is a music teacher at an Irish school. His partner is an Irish translator, and also sort of campaigning for the rights of the Irish language. And fate brings them together. JJ gets a look at a notebook full of rap lyrics written in Irish, and his mind is blown. So he's like, oh my God, this is amazing. He's got his own little, I'm not going to call it a studio. He's got some decks in a garage. And as a result of that chance meeting, Kneecap is born. Now, I don't know how accurate that is to what actually happened. The film does end with real footage of the trio going as far back as 2017, I think. But they become this thing. And yes, it's about their music and what that does. It's about the troubles. It's about the hangover of the sort of the troubles themselves, and the peace agreement, and where does that leave sort of the youth of today. And it's really interesting because, again, a lot of what I know about the troubles and the bill I learned from watching Derry Girls, because there's nothing wrong with learning things from film and TV shows, even if they're fictional, if they're based in reality. So yeah, it's about that generation. Like, what do? Who are they? And they are channeling all this rage and frustration and their passion for the Irish language into rap. And it starts to cause a lot of trouble. The name Kneecap, the band's name, the trio's name, comes from the practice of kneecapping people, shooting them in the kneecaps. And this film, it just blew my mind. It was a screen unseen, so we didn't know going in what we were going to see. I did know because Odeon put up clues on their social media, and although I'm never going to crack them because I haven't got a cryptic brain, you can go and look at the comments. So I did know what the film was, and I had watched a trailer, and up until that point I had never heard a thing about the film. And now I am absolutely buzzing about it because it's amazing. It's a directorial debut. The director is called, I want to say, Richie Pepiat. Was that his surname? I might be pronouncing it wrong. And it's really stylish. I like the way there's odd little bits of animation on the screen. The subtitles themselves aren't flashy, because a lot of the film, don't be put off, a lot of the film is subtitled just because people are speaking Irish. But there's nice little visual quirks to it, sort of giving me early Edgar Wright sort of vibes. And like I say, the story is from the 3 original guys and the director. So again, to my shame, I can't pronounce the names of the young lads who formed Kneecap with. The teacher's called JJ, that I can manage, the music teacher, who is the DJ who does the spinning of the track and has to wear a balaclava, like an island flag, a balaclava on stage. But the 2 lads' rap names are Mowgli Bap and Mo Chara. And then they have lovely actual Irish names that, like I say, to my shame, I can't pronounce. And I could have looked up how to pronounce them, but by 6 minutes into the video, I would have forgotten and I would have made an arse of it. And I know that's bad and ignorant that I can't say their names, but I just want everybody to say it. Caution, it's an 18 certificate. There's nudity in it. There's a lot of swearing. There's a vast amount of drug taking. So all of those things are very, very prominent in it, so be aware. I was looking online last night and there was quite a lot of comments from other screen unseen performances around the country where seeing people had walked out, because if you didn't know what you were going to see and it started and there were subtitles and a lot of violence and a lot of swearing and nudity, you might think, well, I would never have chosen to watch this. But I really hope that there were plenty of people last night who would never have chosen it, went because it was a mystery screening, and then got their minds blown like I did. Like, I've been listening to some of the band's tracks since then. I cannot rap along. Well, I can with the English bits, I can't with the Irish bits, because, like I say, I'm learning Welsh and I'm really not very good at that either. But just for, like, the passion, the upsetting of the system, the 2 fingers straight up to, you know, trying to keep them quiet. People in Northern Ireland who didn't want to recognise the Irish language, just having it sort of pushed back at them and just saying, like, this is the language of our country, this is the language of our people, and it should be preserved. And the best way to preserve it is to get younger people excited about it. And the best way to engage younger people is, you know, by doing it via the medium of rap and hip-hop and making it anti-establishment and making it, like I say, a big 2 fingers up. It's very funny. It's really stylish. The leads are superb. They're very good at playing themselves. But, you know, they're rappers. They're not actors. But, I mean, I don't know if now the 2, especially the 2 younger guys, will go on to have a career as actors as well as musicians. I just don't know. But this film was so exciting, so fresh, so new, so ballsy, so in your face, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since last night. I don't think it's out until the end of August. I'll probably go and see it again. But if you want something completely different and you want to have your mind blown, then go and see Kneecap. It is superb. Thanks for listening. Katie out.